We here, 8 o'clock. Talk about some wrestling Friday night. We
Yerrr.
here. Amazing Spider Can, aka MSAK. Put your mama in effect for a leg lock. Follow the Blur Cartel, or just follow the Friday night YouTube, which you're on now. So I mean, but Blur Cartel got everything you need: wrestling, music, anime, tournaments, shit like that. Got the boys here. You know what I mean? Jackie O, Jamel Eastside Reviews, Comment 765. And Menace is here when he popped in. Yeah, I mean, talk about wrestling for about an hour or so. Talk about the best matches in WWE for 2023. There's other
Just in WWE, folks.
WWE got a whole tournament bracket out with their matches, and they're gonna be playing Punk matches throughout YouTube, and
oh yeah, they got that playlist going stupid.
that playlist is going crazy.
This man's numbers is doing crazy.
Yeah, because they want to make money.
I want to talk about. I don't know if we're going to get to it or not, but we need to talk about the ratings because I saw a lot of people talking shit about Raw's ratings, but I want to take the time to break down the numbers because the average for Raw last Monday was 1.4 million.
Shout out to Meltzer here.
Except
ratings, bro.
Except in that 9 o'clock quarter where CM Punk was, it was 1.8 million, which means by himself, he upped the ratings by the audience of Collision.
That's obvious. We've always seen that.
By the whole audience of Collision.
Yeah, but that's like the flagship show to
CM Punk has always done that. He's always been a draw. This is not.
No, but I just saw a lot of people being like, "Oh, he's not that much of a ratings draw."
But like the thing is,
who's saying that? Ryback?
Yeah, you know Ryback. He still hasn't retired.
He was supposed to quit, wasn't he? He said if CM Punk comes back to WWE, he quit.
That nigga's supposed to be retired like 2 or 3 times.
I'm waiting for the Ryback block to happen.
The Ryback's on TikTok going head to head with like random people. So
hey, he argued with me on Twitter for like a half hour. Like
he did. Good job. Good for you. You. God bless Ryback.
He's gonna block me eventually. Ref Aubrey blocked me, and I ain't even do nothing.
Damn.
Yeah, you got blocked by Ryback. All right, so let's talk about these matches. I'm gonna give y'all some matches. You tell me, do it deserve to make the top 10, and then we'll figure out where you want to rank and all that stuff.
My fault, y'all. Just dealing with some family stuff.
Wait, you got a list, Cameron?
I have a list. WWE has a tournament bracket with that. But it's kind of hit or miss. But they have the majority of the matches. I mean,
okay.
All right, so Gunther versus Chad Gable, September 4th edition of Raw for Intercontinental Championship.
Dope match.
What is this for?
That match gets points for Chad Gable.
Best WWE matches of 2023.
So would it make a top 10?
We can make a top 10.
I don't know if we'd make it. If
is it just specifically men?
Matches.
It's every WWE match in 2023. We're just gonna.
I'm gonna say no for right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe.
Let's see what else is on this list.
Yeah,
I would rather go through the list first. We could probably
shout out to Chad Gable.
So we got Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, Payback Twin.
Absolutely.
Ooh. Salad out of chicken shit, bro. They turned that around.
Yeah.
One match.
I'd say it deserves a spot in the top 10. It would deserve a spot in my top 10.
It could slide in at 10. I wouldn't argue.
Yeah, slide in at 10.
Because that whole fucking.
What else is left? There's a lot that's happened this year.
I'm gonna be honest. This might be an early
garbage until the blow-off match, in my opinion.
But Becky and Trish, in my opinion, that's one of the best matches of the year. Period. Like,
yeah, but
you could argue that could be top 4, top 5.
The feud itself was garbage up until the blow-off match.
I don't think the feud was bad.
What?
No, yeah, me neither. I like the feud a lot, actually. I think
it went a little too long, in my opinion, but I think the feud was okay.
All right, so we got to put in context why they took a whole month off because they just like, we'll save it for the next pay-per-view. We were supposed to do it today.
That was fucked up.
I remember correctly,
that was fucked up.
Wasn't that cage match originally supposed to be on a Raw?
But they were like, we're going to put it on the pay-per-view. I'm sorry, PLE, Premium Live Event.
Dude, I mean,
Premium Live Event.
Trish Stratus's heel work was top fucking notch though. Like
that cage match banged.
And they extended the feud longer because of adding Zoe Starks who can work.
And but I don't know what they're doing right now. But like,
all right, we'll put a pin on that. We'll put a pin on it.
Man, you can put an asterisk on that match. I mean,
I
like the Gunther Chad Gable match better only because of like I really like Chad Gable and I'm proud of him for like getting that kind of match.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Judgment Day Payback 2023.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That was a dope match.
that's the street fight.
Was that the street
Damn.
fight?
Yeah.
That's when Judgment Day won back the title.
The hockey jerseys took away from it for me.
Judgment, JD McDonough dying in that match elevated it. Like him getting murdered on that fucking announce table was brilliant. So, damn.
He takes the biggest spots these days, man. I love it.
Ooh.
We're just going through the matches, yay or nay. We can.
Yeah.
A minute.
How many matches do you have in total?
About 15.
Okay.
Well, then I don't know if that makes the top 10.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right, we can keep going. We can keep going. Name the matches. The Usos versus Roman Reigns, so it's called Money in the Bank.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That match was we saw Roman Reigns get pinned. Like, I mean,
if it doesn't make the top one, it got to make top three. I'm not saying less than three.
I don't think that's the best match of the
I
year.
was gonna say it could make my top 5, but I don't know what all's on this list.
If it doesn't make, I'm fine with it. It can't go.
It'd make my top 5.
Sheamus and
As of now, it makes my top 5. Let's see what else is on tap though. But that's definitely one of them.
Yeah, it's definitely.
If you remember,
I know mine.
If you remember this match, Kevin Owens versus Gunther, the June 5th edition.
That match was banging as fuck, man. That was a great match.
Good match. I don't think it's top 10 worthy. Personally,
the build to it, it felt like it should have been something more because KO and Gunther just feels like it should have like that big prize fight feel. And yes, the match was good in ring, but I don't know if it had like the aura.
Gravitas. Yeah, okay. I
You know why? It's not top 10 for me? It's a non-title match.
I mean, but
it's definitely if it's a non-title match, then no way.
All right, fair enough.
But does that necessarily disqualify it though?
I know. See, I'm with Menace on that. I'm with Menace.
You know why? You know why it would disqualify? Because it was just a one-off. So just like you could have built.
Yeah,
there wasn't an angle that came from it.
You could put that at a house show. We didn't know.
Afro said it really well with the whole like.
I feel that. I can feel that point.
I do understand that.
So we got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, Night of Champions.
Damn. I think it's a really good match, and I think narratively with Jimmy turning on the Usos or turning on the Bloodline, I wouldn't put it in the top 10. Personally.
I don't think I'd put it in the top 10 either, yo. I mean,
I don't know. I think it was more of the moment than the actual match itself.
I feel like
Bingo.
It was in the sort of the slowing down of the Bloodline right before Roman started to really start taking time off and shit. You know what I mean?
Like that's Menace hit the point on there. Like the moment of Jimmy super kicking Roman Reigns. That's the thing that you'll kind of remember from that. But you don't necessarily remember the match. Again, I thought it was good, but it wasn't.
I don't remember the match at all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's.
And here's the thing: it led to an even bigger moment. It led to Jade turning on Roman, which is the thing that people were like extra waiting on. So,
are there matches on this list too?
Because there's a couple of NXT matches.
I got one.
Did you guys hold on?
Okay.
Have you guys seen Ilya Dragunov versus Baron Corbin? Did you guys watch that match?
Yeah, that was fucking fire.
It was an amazing match.
I watched Deadline, but I had the Iron Survival men's match.
That match was fire.
That closing stretch with Trick Williams. Damn, he came on strong at the end of the year.
I'm gonna be so
with like.
I truly believe they was about to do that boy dirty with zero falls. Like I thought they was about to go into a storyline, like him talking about like him wanting to chase the title, but him being the worst out of all 5 of them. Like I thought they was about to really do that boy dirty.
Bruh. It's similar to
when Braun Breaker came in and got 3 pins in 40 seconds, bro.
No bread, no water, just meat.
Man, Braun Breaker. Like, if they do him right, he could be the next guy to truly carry the company.
Also, may I say something about NXT 2.0 real quick?
Oh God,
it's not bad.
They're finally starting to really click like that for me.
2.0 hater.
NXT 2.0 has perfectly crafted their champions. Perfectly crafted.
After they got away from the 2.0.
Hold on, they picked the perfect starter champion with Braun Breaker. Gave us enough new talent and vets for him to face, and even losing to Ziggler was good for him.
True.
And come back and win it.
But that was post 2.0. That was after
they did the 90s thing where you build up the secondary champion to get rid of that belt once he's established to go against the main championship. Hey, remember that? Remember they used to do that in wrestling? So you do Carmelo Hayes, a perfect replacement to be the main champ. Dragunov is fine. You didn't really have to construct Dragunov because what he did in NXT
UK.
Perfect.
I got a hot take. Once you're done.
Only thing they need
it's not Ilya slander, is it?
No. It's positive.
All I'm saying
this is a positive hot take.
Real quick. All they gotta do is build the next champion, which I think is gonna be extremely hard to do.
Ilya's putting on it, bro. Like I said, Ilya Dragunov is one of the best. You take size. Yes, he's not the biggest. No, he's not the hottest on the mic. But if you're talking hold for hold, bell to bell,
he beat that Walter. Come on.
This kid is top tier.
Jamel,
hot take is Shawn Michaels is the best booker in wrestling.
Ooh.
Until CM Punk takes his job.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he's grooming CM Punk to be his replacement to Shawn Michaels.
Shout out to CM Punk for making sure to get all them pictures with the NXT female talent, because that's the first thing I'd have done too. I needed
the cheeks of Nikita Lyons, our tribal cheeks.
Nikita Lyons.
Tribal cheeks is crazy. All right, so the next match, Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns, Elimination Chamber.
Ooh, damn. Damn.
I'll put that. That's a solid 6 in my opinion.
Yeah, I think
that's a top 10 match. That's a top 10 match.
Yeah, easily a top 10.
They had the crowd so mad that Sami lost. Like, you really thought he was
fuck you, Roman.
They legitimately, even though before this started, everyone was like, "Oh, we know."
Nigga, we know.
We know Roman's got this. And by
goddamn.
Like they were literally, I remember that match because I was playing D&D as the match was on. The whole table, everyone in the party stopped to watch this match and have a conversation about how Sami Zayn could actually win this.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the closest that it's felt like, oh, Roman could lose since Drew at Clash at the Castle. Clash at the Castle did a really good job of like convincing you that, holy, wait a minute, Drew could win.
Usos didn't come. The Usos weren't.
Yeah.
Solo hadn't debuted yet. We were like, how is this
going?
Bruh. How's Roman going to get
Thanks to the Usos and their past transgressions and their arrest, they couldn't be there. So, damn, that was such good shit.
Because they've been in overseas shows since, so maybe they worked us.
It's probably gotten worked out since, but yeah, Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns, that's the top 10 match.
Yeah,
for sure.
The next match is Bianca Belair versus Io Sky at Backlash.
Jane Cena.
God damn, that's the match that solidified Io on the main roster.
It is the match that made people realize he's faster. I can't argue with that. I don't know if it makes it my top 10.
I think it feels like it's in that. For me, I think I would put it in my top 10, being that like 9, 10, maybe 11 spot of missing out. I think it's borderline, but we got to hear the rest of the matches.
Okay.
It wouldn't make
Shout out Jane Cena though. She's been doing her thing.
Jane Cena. We got Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest.
Yo, that pop. Listen,
that's
pop. He came out and he changed his song fucking to whatever song he had popping on the charts.
Bella. Bruh.
That shit was crazy.
That is one of those, bruh. It's one of those environments that you remember from watching that show. It's like it's the Bad Bunny shit with Damian Priest, Judgment Day coming out there with Dom and Finn, Savio Vega appeared, Carlito appeared, like the LW, bruh. That shit was wild. I'm like, why was this not the main event? Like Cody Brock was fine, but like, why was this not the main event?
But this also shows why freaking we finally got. It showed that they actually do trust Damian Priest in a main event spot. Even though it wasn't main event, they trust him with this higher caliber stuff. Because you can't just have anybody fucking Bad Bunny. Think about the insurance on Bad Bunny if something would have been broken or he'd actually been hurt.
Bad Bunny.
We're gonna have a Puerto Rico street fight.
They had him working with DX. Like they're not gonna put you with somebody they don't put celebrities with people they don't trust.
So
I mean, they ain't gonna put him with Apollo Crews.
Apollo, the Spear. Never forget.
I'm sorry. You know what? I apologize. That slander to Apollo Crews is not necessary.
Yeah, that came out of left field.
Yeah, that was not necessary. I apologize.
A match I didn't remember happening, but I did watch back. The United States Championship Elimination Chamber match.
Good, but I wouldn't say it's top 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know, man. But
Theory,
had Montez Ford broken out from that match, maybe, but I think it was really good. That might be Austin Theory's last like positive match as a single star this year because he's now Grayson Waller's young boy. But yeah, it was good, but I wouldn't put it top 10 person.
This nigga was
Fair enough.
McMahon's protege, and now he is, as Jamal said,
Waller's young
boy.
The middest of the mid. Charlotte Flair Rhea Rips at WrestleMania 39.
Absolutely.
That's top 10. That's the top 10 one.
They beat the fuck out of each other for about a good 35 minutes.
Yeah,
Charlotte took that German and landed right on her nose version 3.0.
23 and a half.
Dope match. Yeah, that should be top 10.
The Usos versus Kevin Owens same day in WrestleMania.
Oh,
that's top 10.
That's a top 10 match just because
that's easy.
When Sammy and Kevin won it, niggas was hyped. You can't help it.
They ain't in Reseda no more, baby.
Yep.
Also, we got Gunther, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, WrestleMania 30.
That's the top 10. That's my number one.
That's my number one.
That's definitely a top 10 match.
Big men slapping man meat. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's all I want to see. That's why I watch wrestling.
Even before WrestleMania started, I even said I was like,
that was projected to be match of the weekend.
And that became a 5-star classic, and it still looked at as being arguably the match of the year.
Give it 5 stars?
They did.
Yeah, Davey did.
Stars.
Badasses.
I know Jim Cornette kicks himself every day for bringing in that 5th star. Because it don't mean shit. Because I know I'm pretty sure none of us were alive at this point, but it used to only be a 4-star system in like the 80s and shit when Weasel Dooley first started doing the Wrestling Observer newsletter.
So wait, Jim Cornette's the one who got it to be 5 stars?
Yes, when him and Dave started collaborating in the late 80s, early 90s, they brought in the 5th star. I think it was for a Flair and Steamboat match. They brought in the 5th star.
So it's all Dave. So it's all Jim's fault. It all makes sense now. It's all fucking coming together now.
Also, to answer Afro Comedy, you got Axiom, Dragon Lee, Dragunov, JD Magetta, Wes Lee, Stand and Deliver.
Damn. That wouldn't be my NXT match of the year, though. That was good, but it wouldn't be my personal NXT match of the year.
I hate multi-man matches, but that was just everyone got some shine. The right person
spicy.
Won. It was just you can't argue with that. I'd put that at like easy 7 or 8, maybe a little higher.
Dijak versus Ilya Dragunov, NXT Battleground.
Oh,
that's NXT match of the year for me.
Any match with Ilya, I'm damn near an Ilya Dragunov stan.
That is a fucking no bread, no water, just meat type of match. Ilya versus Dijak. Beat the shit out of each other. It was great. It was great. That for me, that's a top 5 match.
I'm with him, yo. Listen, I don't know if I was gonna go that high with it, but he just pushed my confidence most definitely. I'm here for it.
Not even close. Like, I love it.
And that's when Ilya started really using the HVAC, which is that dropping elbow he's been using for a finisher. I just love simple, brutal moves like that, like Will Ospreay's hidden blade, fucking even Kenny Omega with the fucking his Canterbury knee, what's it called? The V trigger. Just any simple, blunt move like that always just gets across so well with me.
I agree.
Damn, there's something. There's ooh.
Even Mark Henry, or no, the Big Show when he did the WMD, the Weapon of
that was amazing. That was amazing.
Yes.
Does this match make the top 10? Logan Paul, Seth Rollins.
Yes, it makes the top 10 in my opinion because we know that Seth Rollins in the ring is a machine, and Logan Paul showed that he can keep up.
I think it might. I put it at the lower end of the list, but I think it would make the top 10.
Yeah, it definitely makes my top 10 because, like I said, and I'll always say this because it's just such an amazing stat to bring up. Seth Rollins won Wrestler of the Year in 2022 with a 76% loss rate. That's how good his fucking matches were.
And he's a workhorse Negro.
He got Wrestler of the Year and lost 76% of his matches.
Yeah. Logan Paul, the innovator of the buckshot lariat.
The Maverick lariat. Don't you call it the buckshot.
The Maverick lariat.
Hangman Page is
the prime lariat.
No face niggas right now. He
also one more for the road. Dom versus Ray WrestleMania 30.
Damn, that might be a top 10 one too, just for the presentation and the environment of that match. Dom's fucking entrance.
He's such a piece of shit.
To see Ray put hands on Dom, like
whoop his son's ass, literally. Michael Cole losing his mind watching that match.
Judgment Day took off. Like when we knew, we can compare this shit to the bloodline now, and niggas won't look at us crazy. Back
to back pay-per-views, you had Rhea featured with Charlotte in that main event. You had Damian featured with Backlash. You had Dom featured with Ray. Yeah, that might have been where Judgment Day kind of solidified themselves as like, all right, we here now.
Like these guys here.
Dominic Mysterio's heat just exploded after that match. Exploded.
Yes, sir.
He told his mom to
Papa Eddie would be proud.
He's single-handedly. He's the reason Buddy Matthews is coming back from AEW because that chemistry he has with Rhea. I know. Listen. People can say it's all TV, all you want, but how many times have we seen relationships in wrestling start out as just a thing on TV?
Book themselves and work themselves into a shoot, brother. Like, yeah.
Shoot yourselves into a work.
Dog. Okay, so I know we're talking about WWE matches of the year. What are they going to do with House of Black when both Malachi and Buddy are like, yeah, we're going back to our women?
Hopefully,
like, what are they going to do with
King with them?
They're going to take Brody King with him.
For AEW. God, I love Brody.
It's just going to be Brody King and Julia Hart. Or Julia Hart's just going to take that whole steez because she's a star. But yeah, anyway. Sorry. Did not mean to derail things, gentlemen. Did not mean to derail things.
They didn't even know it. She's like 23, some shit like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's start on our 10. Not everybody's list can be the same, but I'm gonna go around one at a time. What's your 10? So Jackie O, what's your 10? What's your number 10 match of the year?
Yikes. I just had the whole list up in front of me.
If you need time.
Yeah, come back to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got my 10.
Jamel, Eastside, what's your number 10 match of the year?
My personal number 10 would be Seth versus Logan Paul. I think it was a good match. I think it was a lot of fun, but there's other matches that I enjoyed better. It's definitely top 10 though. So I would say Logan Paul versus Seth is my number 10.
Menace, number 10.
You're muted.
You're muted.
My bad. I think that's a pretty fair number 10. Because Because off the top of my head, I can easily name 5-6 matches that I would put arguably top 5, top 6. So, as much as I do hate Logan Paul, the boy can go in the ring. He can do his thing in the ring. So I'm gonna give him his respect in that regard. The only time I'm gonna show respect to Logan, I'm gonna put him at number 10.
Afro Comedy, number 10.
My number 10 is gonna go to Trish and Becky.
Fair.
I almost didn't care about it, but they brought it.
Your feelings on women's wrestling.
No, because I like certain women's wrestling. Don't do that. But they care about it until the blow off match.
He's a Joshi Negro.
I am a Joshi Negro. Sometimes I hate him, sometimes I love him. Julia's coming to NXT, so all's right in the world.
All's right in the world. All right, so Jack Hill, we're back to you, or I can go. I mean,
Bianca Belair and Io Sky. We'll give them that one. Fuck it. Because that's probably the only women's match that makes my top 10. I'm just gonna be a full chauvinist over here. Cheers.
All right, so I'm gonna give my 10. It's Ray versus Dom at WrestleMania.
That was my next one.
Nice presentation, nice story, nice payoff. Everything went right. Everything went right in that match. You can't take away from it, but it's not like I gotta watch that again.
Yeah. Understood.
One's enough for me. So we'll go backwards. Afro Comedy, you got a number 9?
Let me think. Number 9, I am going to go with. That's where I'm gonna put Logan and Seth. I put Logan and Seth at 9. Like I said, Logan Paul just freaking. He showed time and time again he is a natural when it comes to wrestling. Like, is he a bullshit person? Yeah, from all that we know about him. But can the man go in the ring? He can.
Menace.
Let me go ahead and go Jay versus Roman at number 9. And the reason why I put it low is because obviously like I was one of the people that was expecting like the fuck finish, but the overall storytelling in the match was great. Great pace. I loved everything about it. Build up. I do penalize it because of like the you knew the fuck finish was gonna happen. If it was one of those things that we just haven't seen Jimmy for however many months, we truly didn't know anything was happening like that, then I probably put that way hard. But it was
I didn't add it because of the fact I didn't think anybody would put it in the top 10. But then again, it went too slow. It was too drawn out. Like they were telling the story, but they were going the wrong way about it.
Yeah, I do agree with that. That's why I do put it on the low end of the spectrum.
So their previous matches were better, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The Hell in a Cell match to their best match, like anything. So you got Roman J SummerSlam. You got that number 9. Okay. Jamel.
My number 9 would be Ray versus Dom. As much as I sung the praises and love the presentation. Match was good. Dom improving in the ring. I think if this is a direction they go when Ray is about to retire, I think it'll be a better match. But as far as what we got, I really enjoyed it. But it's number 9.
Jackie.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Ray Dom. I was going to go there too. So it's all been said. Good shit.
I'm gonna go a match that didn't get said. That also I didn't say. I'm gonna go Logan Paul Ricochet SummerSlam.
That was a dope match.
That match was just. It brought me back to that old school, just random attraction match. You know what I mean? A special attraction match. There wasn't there wasn't a title on the line. It wasn't some crazy drawn out story. It was just, we're gonna let these.
It was fun. It was just a fun grudge match.
Outrageous shit, and they did that.
Fun grudge match. Let's go, Jag Gill. You gotta eat.
I'm gonna go Cody versus Roman Reigns. Probably gonna be a lot of Roman Reigns in my list. I'm not gonna lie to you, but Cody versus Roman Reigns, even though there was a fuck finish, and I know they do it all the time, it was so well done. Like they just did a great job with that match. They really did. Roman Reigns, damn, that man, That's all.
Jamel.
I'm gonna go with Io versus Bianca at Backlash. Like I said,
I agree.
Fantastic crowd environment. The match that really allowed Io to break out and begin taking over and Josephine Damage Control. I really enjoyed that one. That'd be my number 8.
The Jersey Stable versus the Four Horsemen women's gonna slap next Saturday.
Fingers crossed.
Because think about it though, Julia's coming in allegedly. So if we get Julia, Asuka, Io, and Kairi Sane versus the Four Horsemen, bro,
that could be a lot of fun. That could be a lot of fun.
In my opinion.
Menace, you got an 8.
You muted again, Menace.
You muted again.
My fault. I keep hitting the button. Honestly, it's the same as Io and Bianca. I mean, my man's really at all the points. They really did good at solidifying Io and making her believe and making people that really didn't know a lot about Io like that. Like, yeah, she's one of those. Like, she can if she is able to fight someone like Bianca, she can easily take down someone like a Charlotte. She can contend with a potentially a future Rhea Ripley. You know what I'm saying? She can keep up with a future Becky Lynch. Like those type of people, yeah, they did it right with that one.
Yeah, she did a one-arm.
Honorable mention to Becky Lynch versus Tiffany Stratton from No Mercy. No Mercy, because that was a good match too. Honorable mention.
Not the one she wore a hard hat and missed the headbutt. But,
yeah. That kept it off the top 10.
Afro comment.
This is 8, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna go Diamond Ray with 8.
Yes. Are we at? Yeah, we're at 8.
Yep, we were at 8. Now we're at 7.
7. I think I'll start off 7 with Trish and Becky.
Ugh. Good. I mean,
Trish. Trish did her thing. She didn't have to do all that with her age, and I think just
showed out for being a middle-aged woman.
Woman of a certain age.
Damn. Right?
She's almost 50, but like I said,
she still looks fucking fantastic, though. This is no disrespect to Trish.
Trish Stratus came to my hometown for a reality show where she actually joined the local police force. I've watched Trish Stratus tase a nigga before in real time.
That's awesome.
Like a nigga or a white guy?
A nigga.
Oh, that's
God.
A nigga.
Damn.
Got the Negroes.
Oof.
What we got? Jackie O, you got a number 7?
Yeah, the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match.
Which one?
Specify.
Right, the second one, I guess. When they
payback.
Yeah, the payback. Okay. My bad.
What was
that? Yeah, the hockey jerseys where Kevin Owens almost murdered.
Oh, the Judgment Day match.
Yeah.
JD McDonough got sent to the upper room.
For like the 7th time.
The upper room.
Yo, JD McDonough's bump card is crazy. You know it is.
Yes, sir. He's young. He'll get over it, probably.
Where we at with it? Menace, you're number 7.
No, I was.
Oh, my bad. Go
ahead. Number 7, I'll agree with you. Trish versus Becky, that steel cage match at Payback. That shit went crazy. Trish got a nasty bruise on her head. Trish, during this run, she got to do some shit that she didn't do back in her day because the options weren't available. Got to be in a Money in the Bank match. Got to do a steel cage match. Shouts out to Trish Stratus. That match banged. So yeah, shout out to Trish and Becky. That's my number 7.
Now Menace at these.
No, I got you.
Believing in his brain.
It's the my number 7 was that 5-way, that Survival 5-way NXT Deadline. What's that match called?
Iron Survival, man.
The Iron Survivor. Ooh, damn.
I think that's
everything about that match was absolutely fire for me.
I think that's number 6 for my thing.
And just the overall storytelling of Braun Breaker and Trick Williams within the match itself. I love the way they made Trick Williams look like he wasn't shit until the very end. They made Braun Breaker look like a straight monster until the very end. I loved everything about how they built everybody up to where it was 3-3-3-3, 4. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their moments. Everybody
went
shined.
crazy.
It was
Dijak and Josh Briggs hitting the double moonsaults.
It was good, man. I'm gonna put that on number 7.
That double moonsault spot was super nice.
Afro Kami.
Okay, my number 7. I don't think it was on our list, but my number 7. I'm gonna give it to Ilya Dragunov versus Baron Corbin. Yo, that is my favorite Baron Corbin match ever.
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin, bro. I honestly feel like I forgot how good he was until you put him in there with someone like Ilya's got that thing like Seth Rollins has, where like you have to be good or you're gonna look fucking stupid.
Yeah, he got the Dragunov got the William Regal effect.
Yeah, like if you don't go hard facing Ilya, we're definitely gonna crack on you.
And people forget Baron Corbin has the Dolph Ziggler ring general type of effect, where not as good as Ziggler,
but Gunther now. Okay,
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really feeling that Ilya Baron match like that. Like it was good, but like I don't know, it didn't feel like it clicked the way I felt like it should have clicked. Or just
Ilya versus Corbin?
Yeah.
When he hugged that nigga, when he hugged him after that second HVAC and whispered in his ears right before he hit him with fucking Torpedo Moscow for the W, how did that not click?
Whispered tender nothings in his ear.
I don't know what the fuck he whispered. That was like cold ass shit because he gave that.
So now we turning on Baron Corbin.
Now I turn on Baron Corbin. I turn on Rich Baron Corbin. I love Baron Corbin.
I will always turn on Corbin.
We're at number 6. Sorry, said mine is Iron Survivor. Anybody got number 6?
Jackie O. My number 6 is Ilya Dragunov versus Dijak from NXT Battleground. I think for me, when people were talking about, some of the like, it's violent without being stupid. And I think that like I think when you oppose that to some of the other matches from the good folks in Jacksonville, I think that showed that you can have a violent match. You can have a match that's hard hitting without it going excessive. Again, if you like deathmatch stuff, that's cool. But I think that did show that.
You're a deathmatch Negro.
I'm not. But I'm saying that if you like death matches, that's cool. But I think Ilya versus Dragunov showed that you can have a good, violent, hard-hitting match without getting excessive with some of it. And so I think, for me, that's my number 6.
So for my number 6, this might be a hot take for a lot of people, and that's okay, because I like hot takes. I got the Women's War Games match, man. I think, first of all, the Women's War Games match was the better of the 2 War Games matches.
I disagree. But I
agree with Menace.
War Games match. I'm always here for Io Sky and her trash can crossbody.
I just think there was
Oscar the Grouch cosplay.
For me personally, like the overall just the structure of the women's match. I don't know. It just I felt like it was a lot better to me. Like just not even necessarily like the moments, but just like the feel of like the kind of like what story they were telling of like Damage Control, like being like a genuine united front against the baby faces that they cool with each other, but like they ain't an actual team like that. So like you understand like the story of the dynamic between Becky and Charlotte. How is that dynamic going to affect the whole rest of the team? How is that going to affect their mentality? Like the stories that they were telling within the match, I was actually vibing with, and I think their individual stories was better than what the men were doing. Not by any means saying that the men were doing anything bad. I'm not saying anything like that at all. But I think the women's match was just overall just structured better, and I think it was just entertaining as hell too.
I agree with that.
I agree. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the best Women's War Games match team featured Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and Kaylee Ray. I mean, that was the best team ever.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
2019 NXT War Games. They didn't need Rhea Ripley on that team, but the heel team was stacked like motherfucking Nancy on stuff.
Yeah.
Who didn't go?
Afro and Jackie O also didn't give his number 6.
Okay, my number 6 is gonna be Brock and Cody at the top of the year, I do believe, wasn't it?
Fight me!
Yeah.
Fight me.
I was gonna say,
Nah, it isn't the match where
2022.
No, Brock and Cody, their first match was at Backlash.
Okay, so it was 2023. Yeah.
Still 2023.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good
I was gonna say the same thing. Actually, that match was fucking amazing.
Fight me.
Fight me, Brock.
Fight
5-1 is going to get nasty, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'm conflicted with my 5 spot.
All right, what is it?
Honestly, for me, any of these can be one. It's just basically 5 number ones, but gotta pick an order.
Yeah, that part. Shit. You know what? Actually, 3. I should be able to pick a 5 because 3 matches I'm struggling with. So, as the host, come back to me. I'll let you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn.
You know what? I'm sorry. Rhea Charlotte, number 5.
Okay.
Number 5, I'm gonna go Judgment Day, Sammy and Kevin. When Judgment Day actually got the straps.
Okay, that was at Payback. That was the street fight. That was all one match.
Yeah, where Kevin almost overshot that swanton and ended his life.
Yeah,
almost.
I still
my bad, Cam. What did you say?
That shit, bro. He was this close to not getting a full rotation on that swanton and landing right on his spiking.
Wait, Cam, what did you say for your number 5?
Charlotte. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For me, my number 5 is Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny from Backlash. That Puerto Rican street fight was hot. Fun crowd, fun environment. Dog. Crowds can make a match, can take a bad match and make it watchable. They can take a good match and make it great. They can take a great match and make it memorable. And that's one of those matches and like hypes the hell.
Amazing match, horrible.
Yes, sir. That was such a fun match. That was Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, similar to Logan Paul, like he makes way too much fucking money to have to do this shit.
He was bigger, bro. Bad Bunny.
Bruh. Bad Bunny is maybe like the 3rd biggest pop star on earth currently behind Beyonce and Taylor Swift. He does not have to do the shit that he was doing, and yet he loves this wrestling shit so much, and it makes it all the more enjoyable. So yeah, that's my number 5.
Yeah. I think I fucked up my list. I fucked up. Okay. I'm gonna do an edit because I can't leave that match off. Who else needs to go for 5?
Menace and Jackie O.
I was gonna say Bad Bunny as well. I mean, they beat the fuck shit out of each other. Kudos. And I think that was the match where Damian Priest really came out of his shell, and niggas was like, "Oh,
I know what I need to do."
Yeah.
My list is cool now. I know what
I'm gonna go for my number 5. I'm gonna go. What I got down? Oh yeah, the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at Night 1 WrestleMania.
Okay. No,
this is nasty.
Okay, for my list, I'm taking off Logan Paul and Ricochet at 5, moving everything down and put in. No, it's still going to be 5. Mine is still Rhea, but everything else is going to go down. And then I'm going to have the number 6 spot would be Roman Sammy.
Hell.
I got to take off one.
That's actually my number 4 right here. My number 4 is Roman Sammy.
I got 4 through 1. I'm good.
God damn, hold up. Holy shit. I fucked my list up too because I left Roman and Sammy off. Why the fuck would I do that?
I'm safe because I still got them later on. But we're at 4,
damn.
Right?
We're at 4.
My number 4. I'm gonna let my bias come through. Let me talk to you. LA Knight versus Roman Reigns.
God, the Glazer.
Yeah,
Glazer's Negro.
Okay.
I got Bad Bunny, Damian Priest, number
4. So let me give you my quick edit real quick. I'm gonna take off Seth Logan Paul 10 is now Ray versus Dom. 9 is now shit. You know what? Damn, I forgot the shit that I said. Damn. Yeah, but Ray, just Seth versus Logan Paul. That's off the list, and I'm adding Roman versus Sammy. That's my new. That's on the list. I can't remember my numbers. Number 4 for me is tag team match, night 1 of WrestleMania. KO and Sami Zayn versus the Usos, tag title match. The moment, the celebration, they went crazy. That was such a fun match. So that's my number 4.
I'm gonna go with the Usos versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. That was epic.
That's a good number 4.
Yeah,
it's a good number 4.
Dennis, you got number 4?
You said me?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's Roman and Sammy.
Okay, Afro, you went 4 or no?
Yeah, I already. My 4 was Roman and LA Knight.
Okay, yeah. Number 3 for me is Sammy and Kevin versus the Usos at WrestleMania. That's number 3.
That's good work.
I'm gonna go my number 3. I think no one had it on any list. I don't think anyone's gonna say it, but my number 3 is Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke for the heavyweight. Just because, bro, the story, you got to see that.
I'm going to break your back.
There was a glimpse, and we're getting
final.
Now. I think we're actually going to get to see it with Cody, but we're getting glimpses of that New Japan Shinsuke now. That real.
You wanted it. Y'all wanted this. Y'all wanted this from Oscar so fucking bad, and it never happened.
Yeah, but now Shinsuke's doing it, bro, and I'm here for it. So, like I said, let my biases, my personal list, folks. So,
I'm gonna change one of mine because I just realized
Seth at number 3 for me.
So my number 3, I got Charlotte and Rhea, but I'm gonna change because there's no way I'm leaving off Seth and Finn Balor. That match was actually phenomenal.
Was a good match.
So I'm gonna take off Seth and Logan. I'm gonna move 7 through 9 down. So 10 is now Jay and Roman. 9 is Io Bianca. 8 is the 5-way survival match, and then 6 is gonna be Finn and Seth.
Don't worry, I would love to put Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles for the World Heavyweight title, but I feel as I can't fit it anywhere.
Like I said, my bias is coming through for the Shinsuke.
There's a lot that I would love to fit on because
Seth match is just.
It's been a surprisingly good year. My number 3 is it is Rhea versus Charlotte from WrestleMania. Like honestly, my 3 through 1 they can be interchangeable, but yeah, it was so good. Beat the shit out of each other, solidified Rhea as a star, as top woman in WWE. So yeah, that's my number 3.
Well, everybody got a 3, or no? We missing one.
Mine is Roman versus Sammy, but we have already covered that whole thing. But that's my number 3.
My number 2, Drew versus Sheamus versus Gunther.
That's good work.
What's everybody else number 2?
My number 2 is Rhea and Charlotte at Mania. Like one of the best women's matches ever, in my opinion.
This, saying, hey, controversial hot take. I love it. This is for me though. My number 2 is Trish versus Becky.
Sheesh.
Ooh, that's a good work. Hey, I can't disagree with your opinion, bro. That shit was good. That shit was good.
Because the reason why, for one, I even have it so high is just because like I really went into it not expecting a whole lot from them. Like I actually thought that I was not about to be all that impressed with the match. So once I seen that they just off rip, they was going to high gear. Okay, cool. I'm invested. They told a good story.
Let's get it.
Okay, I'm with it though. Great facial expressions from Becky and great heel work from Trish. Okay, I like it. It got to the point where I legitimately didn't know who was gonna win that damn match. I thought Becky was gonna win at like 3 different times. I thought Trish was gonna win 2 or 3 different times. So I'm just like, okay, these women are having a WrestleMania match at a throwaway pay-per-view. I love it. So yeah, that's
salute to them. Yeah. For me, my number 2 match of the year, it is Roman and Solo versus the Usos for Money in the Bank. For me, it's one of those like high, like watershed moments because Roman Reigns, man, hadn't been pinned on the mat since 2019. Like we done had a whole nother president, pope, all types of different shit that happened since then. We had a plague affect the earth. This nigga became a tribal chief. He ate dog food. All sorts of shit happened in between those pins, and the fact that it was Jey Uso, the person who gave Roman Reigns the very first pin in his career in the WWE, all those years ago, tying into the bloodline story, really helping to elevate the Usos, the idea of main event Jey Uso, so much good shit. And the match itself was fun. The Roman Solo Spike Spear combo, tons of fun. Jay getting that pin, excellent stuff for me. That's my number 2. That's my number 2.
I have seen in a while.
Yeah. You?
Jagged Hill, you got it too.
All right, Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Fair.
Like remember before that match and like when they finally hugged and like the crowd like literally came all over each other. Everyone ejaculated immediately. That was great. Yeah. So.
And then another one spot, but another honorable mention. Cody Rhodes versus Chad Gable.
Oh yeah, that was out. Yeah, you were. That was.
I got an honorable mention too. I want to give an honorable mention to the men's War Game match because it was just the moment in it, bruh. Like, us seeing that Randy Orton was thoroughly in the throes of TLC.
That pay-per-view ending was hype as hell. For me, if I'm gonna give an honorable mention, let's give some love to the big fellas. Ivar versus Bronson Reed from a couple weeks ago on Raw. Big, meaty. It is the second time where the match was able to go a little bit longer. Big, meaty men slapping meat. Let's fucking go. Ivar, partner was injured. Partner was hurt. They've been doing some good work with him. So shouts out to them. Shouts out to Bronson Reed.
For me, if I'm gonna give an honorable mention, because I got a couple, like I could easily go, like
there's a couple,
Roman, you know what I'm saying? Like that could be on anybody's top 10 list.
Definitely a few honorable mentions.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna I want to give some respect to the men's Rumble, man. Like that match was actually fire. And it was. Yeah. I like the story of Gunther being the number one, like, because while I was watching the match, I really was like, are they about to let this man break the record? Because I wasn't sure if they was going to do that. But then the story with Cody Rhodes, coming in at number 30, I'm like, okay, I like the number 1 versus number 30 aspect. And it was just like the multiple little side stories within the match. I'm like, okay, like this is a great Rumble. Overall, it's enjoyable.
Is the god.
I like it. So I'm gonna put some respect on the Rumble.
You know what? I'm not necessarily like high enough to be honorable mention, but a match that we should give that I'd say take another look at. Omos versus Seth Rollins from Backlash is one of the more surprising matches of this year, because I'm like, I had no expectations for this. Seth Rollins, to his credit, got probably almost as he did, and I'm like, yo, this was good. In fact, Omos versus Brock Lesnar, I don't care what nobody say. It's just something appealing.
I'm not.
It's something appealing about can this big ass man suplex this other big ass man?
Top tier people. Like, he's having good matches with people who can wrestle brooms and look good.
Put Omos on TV. Omos Sapien stand up, bro. Almost.
Real quick, Wesley versus Dijak, and then Seth Rollins.
Yo,
send them positive vibes to Wesley. That's a nasty injury.
Yeah, shouts out. Wesley had a hell of a first half of the year.
Shout out to Wesley, get well soon. Shout out to Kenny Omega, get well also.
Final honorable mention. Dragon Lee versus Dom Mysterio, not from the pay-per-view. It was from Raw about 2 months ago. It was fucking They did, but the match that they had on Raw, in my opinion, was better. That's probably Dom's best match. So shouts out to those two.
Also, next week, we can talk about the night if y'all want to. We're at the tail end of losing a lot of people to old age. So I mean,
but the NXT call-ups are looking amazing though. We can't.
I think
around. So I mean, but
I think that should be a whole show by itself.
Yeah, I think that'd be a whole show by itself. Number one for me, Usos is Roman and Sikoa, Money in the Bank. Perfect story, perfect ending, perfect match, perfect synergy, perfect chemistry. I'm just like, it blew expectations out the water of just being just like, just a tag match versus family. It's just like, I don't know who fucking produced it or choreographed it or whatever the case. They deserve their flowers for that. Roman getting pinned broke the internet. Sorry to say it did. Yeah,
it made national headlines. Actually,
it made
crazy.
Made Jey Uso. I don't want to say it made Jey Uso a star because he was a star, but
no, main event level star, dude. You can say that.
So when I say
it elevated Jey
with the 3 matches he had with Roman, it can prove he could be a singles competitor.
Yes, that's exactly.
When we were in the pandemic, when we was in the pandemic, and when we was in the pandemic, he carried the pandemic with main event Jey Uso. It shows he could. Now he's on Raw and he could just he can carry matches. He carried matches with Drew. He can carry matches with Cody. He could probably carry a match. He carried
Seth.
We thought he was just a tag team wrestler with a legit wrestling package. But I think Jey Uso can be, honestly, he could be a future singles champion, not a world champion, future singles champion. I think that match.
You can definitely have a U.S. title or an Intercontinental title after the belt.
I think that match, him pinning Roman, made him a star. So I'm pinning.
My number one is Sammy and Roman, yo. The energy, the like I said, we stopped the whole last session mid-dungeon to be like, holy shit, is Sami Zayn finna beat Roman Reigns? And even though he didn't, the energy, the moment, I'll never forget that match. So, gotta be number one for me.
My number one is very easily the Triple Threat IC title: Gunther, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre. I mean, talk about just three big brawly motherfuckers just beating the shit out of each other. I mean, that's what they did for the better part of 20-25 minutes. I mean,
exactly. They almost killed each other. It's awesome.
Like, I remember at one point, I really thought Gunther was going, because I thought Gunther was going to retain, but they really started making me believe that Sheamus was going to get that title. And I ended up rooting for Sheamus. Like, I was like, come on. Like, I really was like, by the time the match done, I was rooting for Sheamus. You said, what?
I ain't got it out.
Against the ring, get her out.
Man, like, and I love the ending of that match, too. Him going off the top rope, then powerbombing Sheamus on the Drew, then re-powerbombing Drew. Man, that was amazing, man. Like, just too much good storytelling going on. The ring general show why he's the ring general.
They need to keep the IC title on Gunther until they call up Ilya Dragunov and have Ilya, the symbolism that would be in Ilya being the man to dethrone Gunther instantly makes him a star, in my opinion.
And this might be a hot take for some people, but that win for Gunther, in my opinion, solidified him as why he's the greatest Intercontinental champion.
Low key, it was them being like, hey,
because that match really showed why he's the ring general. Like, he was always in the right place at the right time to do the right thing that led to this, and it was always calculated by him doing this that led to him like, when you really go back and watch how Gunther was like structurally breaking down the match, you would go, nah, this motherfucker was really the ring general in this match. And the ending of the match, he showed that he doesn't need just any.
I think throughout the years, we only get a couple ring generals in wrestling. Well, in
like
WWE
Bret Hart
per se. Like,
before
Bret will be Macho Man.
Right? Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah, and or Ricky Steamboat, something like that.
Or Mr. Perfect.
Oh, dude, I just watched the whole documentary on him yesterday. I cried. But anyway,
I like that Mr. Perfect.
It would be Macho Man, Mr. Perfect, Brett, and then you can go into a gap where it wasn't, or you could ask Shawn.
There was in the 2000s. There was a solid chunk of dudes. You had Kurt Angle, you had Chris Jericho, you had that Chris who did the thing that we don't really talk about.
Just top tier though, because think about that last OVW class where Jim Cornette was still in charge. You got Batista, you got Brock Lesnar.
They weren't ring generals. Or
the closest was probably Shelton Benjamin.
You didn't really need a ring general, or if you had one, even they weren't.
You did. I mean, it was Cena out of the four.
John Cena,
star power that just came booming in.
I don't really think of John Cena as a ring general.
Randy Orton more like now has kind of grown into that role.
Randy Orton is definitely a ring general.
Randy Orton is now elder statesman at this point, but
you can hear him speaking in the guy.
And that's not a diss. That's not a diss, by the way. Randy Orton, who would have thought? 20 years into the game, he's a solid main event level veteran. But for me,
to be honest,
I mean, I think it's
for me match.
Ziggler's. I'm sorry, but Ziggler solidified himself as a ring general when that kerfuffle happened in that elimination chamber match.
Finn Balor too. Right. Shout out to Finn Balor. He's a ring general, bro.
What about Seth? I think Seth Rollins is a ring general for sure.
Seth is too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jamel. Go ahead.
Dom's a ring general. For me, I echo everything that Menace said about the IC title triple threat match. That's my number one match of the year. It really did solidify Gunther as number 2 world champion in WWE. I think, bless his heart, bless Seth Rollins for all he's trying to do with the World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm not going to disrespect him or the belt by calling it a consolation prize. Seth's done a decent enough job. But for me, Gunther is basically the lineal world champion of WWE. Like, he's a world champion in all but name. You put Gunther on a card, you are going to get at worst 3.5, 4-star type of match. Like, he has a variety of, from the stuff that he's done with Bronson Reed to The Miz to Ricochet to Rey Mysterio, Shinsuke Nakamura, Chad Gable, Otis, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Dio. He is able to craft great stories with everybody that he's in the ring with, and I think the triple threat match solidified him as that motherfucker in the ring. So Gunther, for me, this could be the only Intercontinental Championship reign that he has. I hope it is, because it's fitting. He has the best reign, and he is the best IC champion of all time.
Can you imagine a face-off between Gunther and Roman?
There is no other.
I'm waiting for it.
Gunther has, like, you can imagine a face-off with him versus CM Punk, him and Cody Rhodes going at it, him versus. He's that good.
Champion by 2024.
I think if we're going predictions for both companies, Swerve Strickland and Gunther should be world champions before the year ends.
Stop adding Swerve. They're not letting Swerve beat MJF. It's not happening.
No, they're not. They're definitely
no.
I think he'll beat. Here's my thing. I think he'll beat MJF because Adam Cole probably ain't gonna be able to wrestle until this time next year. But
and they lose.
He will be transitional champion because Will Ospreay is winning that belt at All In.
Yep, I was going to say, if he wins, because there's no way that Tony's going to do All In.
I mean, Will Ospreay learning that Kenny Omega can't wrestle for a long period of time, I'm pretty sure
he might never wrestle again, bro. Let's be honest. Diverticulitis is not a joke. Like, that shit can take you out. He might not wrestle again. Like, that indefinitely that he put in the tweet might literally be an indefinitely.
Dead.
Jackie, you have a number one?
Oh yeah, a triple threat match, obviously. I mean, come on.
Just ask.
It's Gunther, man. Like, I mean, come on.
I need to switch off. Whatever. I realized I didn't put the triple threat on my list, and I've been smoking weed this whole time, so I don't even really remember my list.
That's awesome.
But I'm gonna take off Logan Paul.
Oh,
the Logan Paul match and the triple threat match can go in wherever I have Logan Paul at.
It's the Ring General.
Yeah, Gunther's just bruh.
So next week we're gonna talk AEW or other promotions, their top 10s.
This will be fun. I've got a fun top 10 list for outside.
This will be interesting.
So with multiple promotions, that's a lot of homework. So we'll get that done.
I'm gonna make sure to hit y'all with some Joshi matches, so people will be like, "Who the fuck is that?" Julia had to make.
Wow, all these Japanese women on my list.
Yeah, get the Wrestling Negroes on there.
Wrestling Negroes. That was the alternate name of the show.
Might have to change the Wrestling Negroes.
They got a movie coming out about magical Negroes. Did y'all see that?
With my man David Allen Greer.
It's called Magical Niggas, so we get that done.
It is. I really want to see that. I don't care about the name. I don't care about the movie. I just want.
Written and directed by Stephen King, because he is good for a magical black Negro in his movies.
Oh,
shit.
Wow. That's hilarious.
Shout out to the Magical Black Negroes. Shout out to the Magical Black Negresses that also like wrestling. So I'm gonna get some on here.
Manny.
So SmackDown, I guess people gonna watch the second half. Also the Punkster, when how y'all like Punk's promo with Seth Rollins. You know what? I hate you.
I'm glad that they didn't let CM Punk cook, because you already know that if they really let that man CM Punk cook on that boy, nah, it was a better shit out early. I like that. Kind of let Punk just chill and just sit back. I loved everything about it. It was basically a better version, or I should say, it was an on-purpose version of the Hangman Page workers' rights promo. Same vibes, damn near same language, but it was done on purpose, and Punk was actually aware that this was going to happen, which lends it a better vibe. And so, okay, we're telling a story. We're telling a story as opposed to one guy kind of going into business for himself. So I enjoyed it. I ain't gonna say it's like promo of the year or anything like that, because I've seen. Come on now, I've seen better. I've seen Jey Uso have like some banging promos. Cody, Roman, like I've seen them have some banging promos. It was a good segment, and it was a good way to kind of pique people's interest in that program.
You got to flirt with the crowd. You got to flirt with them a little bit.
You know who low-key, in my opinion, like has had some of the best promo work this entire year? That boy, Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Every time he's on a microphone, I'm actually invested in what he's saying. Like, and a lot of what he says is like it's real shit in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like
comes from the heart.
Drew, yeah, he really does talk from the heart. When he was telling Drew, he was like, "Man, you don't think that I understand failure? I lost in front of my family, but I didn't let that keep me down. I literally used that.
I ain't whining like no little bitch.
WrestleMania, and I became the tag team champions. So like, I'm not using failure to keep me down. It's like that's actually like, I mean, that mentality is like that's real shit though. Like you can't just use the excuses of your failures to be a constant failure. You have to use something to motivate you to want to succeed. You have to use failure as the booster to succeed. And that's exactly what Sami Zayn did. But Drew McIntyre, for some reason, ain't figured that out yet. And that's why I'm like, man, that boy Sami Zayn is cooking, man. He's been doing in storyline, I think that's the point. Drew can't see past his own failure. Like he couldn't live with this failure. Now he comes to me. Like he's at that point where he's facing that failure. He's Bret Hart in 1997, and it's following that playbook to a fucking T. You feel the sympathy for Drew. You feel the understanding for Drew and what he's doing, but he whining a little too fucking much, and he's blaming the wrong person because Jey Uso wasn't even in fucking Cardiff when it happened. It was Solo, but Jey's an avatar for the failure, for the symbol of failure. So I love the character work, but you're right. Sami Zayn has cooked this year. Cody has cooked this year. Roman's cooked. Jay's cooked. Everybody's cooked. Trick Williams whooped that trick.
Roman, Cody, their promo work. Jesus Christ! You ever went one of those? How about that one?
Gave probably the best Dusty Rhodes impersonation that I probably ever heard.
Ridiculous.
baby, you got it. You couldn't lose it if you tried.
Yep.
If you will.
The back and forth of that is just amazing, and I love the fact that after that, nobody has brought up Dusty.
Yeah, it's now that we're past that initial.
They haven't dragged Dusty through the rug.
Yeah, like Dusty Rhodes is now at.
They were gonna beat that horse way more than they did.
He's now a venerable figure in WWE, and so it's like, all right, we ain't got to keep bringing up Dusty. Cody probably, and I think Cody said he doesn't really like people over bringing up Dusty, especially when niggas do the impersonation, because everybody does a fucking Dusty Rhodes impersonation. But now that we've like got it established for Roman Reigns and Cody part 1, they can go and do a different story. If that's the direction that they go, they've got different types of meat on the bone for round 2 of Roman and Cody. That doesn't have to revolve around Roman being Dusty Rhodes' favorite adopted son from NXT. So it should be interesting to head into WrestleMania. It's fucked up because AEW dropped the ball, and now 2 of their biggest stars, one is going to main event night 1 of WrestleMania, the other is going to main event night 2. Meanwhile, half-empty seats continue to plague AEW, but Continental Classics had some good matches, you know. Swerve might win this shit.
We're not, fuck that C2. Not every fucking, listen, every match does not have to be 20 minutes. You don't have to have this massive fucking overrun. It's ridiculous. Have there been some spot matches that are good? Yes. But we already know who the jobbers in each bracket are. Look at who has 0 wins, and they have to continue.
Shouts out to you, Jay Lethal. Shouts out to you, Mark Briscoe.
Exactly.
Shout out to them hoeing a ROH legend.
What they doing to Mark Briscoe don't even make no damn.
Nah, they're hoeing. Cam, you got it wrong. They hoeing 2. Because like I said, they hoeing both Mark Briscoe and Jay Lethal. Because fuck, at the end of the day, fuck ROH is apparently Tony Khan's message.
I didn't include Mark Briscoe because it's not a tag match. He doesn't give a fuck. So just like, and he's not doing another tag match at all. So just like, you can't hold him.
He's supposed to be coming across as a singles wrestler now, though, not just some fucking random job.
You can't hold what I'm saying is you can't hold Mark Briscoe. He said, I'm never doing a tag team match ever again. Okay.
Yeah, but that's fine, but you still don't have to just make the boy just a jobber though. Like I've seen Mark Briscoe put on great singles matches.
And I understand that, but matter of fact, he's doing a triple threat match tonight. He's teaming up with FTR to face
well, not a triple threat match, a 6-man tag.
A 6-man tag match. I'm sorry. He's doing a 6-man tag match against
a trios match.
A trios match. I guess the BBC tonight, so he's probably gonna win that. Yeah. So he's just gonna be a trios guy.
They've made Jay Lethal Jeff Jarrett's young boy, and I'm not cool with that.
That's ridiculous. Because
I miss Prime Jay Lethal.
Anybody's young boy.
I miss Prime Jay Lethal. I miss when Jay Lethal was feuding. I miss when Jay Lethal was feuding with Jonathan Gresham. That's what I miss.
I miss when he was feuding with Jay Briscoe. That whole era,
I miss when he was
Martini. That shit was elite.
I miss Black Machismo, damn it.
Go to Craigslist, go to fucking Bell Atlantic, go to fucking Yahoo, whatever the fuck you gotta go. Go find Truth Martini and bring him to fucking AEW.
Let's go.
What is he doing now? Where's the Book of Truth?
Just get Truth Martini.
Yeah, someone find Truth Martini in the Book of Truth.
You wasted your fucking time signing all these fucking these WWE, ex-WWE guys, or these old fucking wrestling
ex-WCW guys trying to make Nitro.
Go pay Truth Martini $500 and unlimited bar tab and just bring them all there.
They brought back Juventud
Hey,
Guerrero.
I actually got a good question.
Juventud? Some jabroni named Juventud?
For Truth to manage in WWE, like fitting Truth's character with the Book of Truth, who would you think would fit that character the best in WWE from the manage?
What Truth Martini?
Yeah.
Jesus, he's kind of old school. So I mean,
because I'm thinking
Bobby Lashley.
I'm thinking someone like a Bronson Reed.
Yeah, that could work.
Bronson Reed with Truth Martini, that could be crazy.
I guess. I mean, I never passed that. We're past that era where the valet got to carry you.
You're saying that Bronson needs a manager?
It can help.
Not necessarily saying he needs the manager, but having someone like a Truth Martini with
here's the thing.
Reed, that could really elevate him as well.
Did Rick Rude need Bobby Heenan? Did Mr. Perfect need Bobby Heenan? No, but Bobby Heenan helped enhance both of their characters, and that's something that I think Menace is saying that's what he could do with Bronson Reed.
We're past Truth Martini. We're past Bill Alfonso. I think we're past that era. Honestly, Bill Alfonso. I mean, Rob Van Dam needed Bill Alfonso. He needed Sabu, and then Truth Martini, Jay Lethal, obviously, and he only really had Jay Lethal.
So
yeah, that part.
This is a bigger question. Like, do y'all think that like Nana and like Paul Heyman, they kind of the last of the dying breed when it comes to being managers? Because like quiet as kept, Roman doesn't necessarily need Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman adds to the whole allure of the bloodline character.
But Roman needed Paul Heyman
in the beginning.
SWAT team in the 80s gave us the perfect tie-in for the bloodline. That never ceases.
Ooh.
So Paul Heyman was first really
associated in a way with the Samoans. I think so. So I got a question. I don't know if we about to close out or anything, but like, what's a big prediction that each of y'all got for 2024? Like something wrestling related, AEW, WWE. One big prediction.
I got you.
Might not even be. Listen, hate it if you want. I think MJF's gonna jump ship, bro. I think MJF is going to WWE. Now I know he signed.
Menace.
Allegedly, he signed a little behind the door extension, but they say it's not for like crazy long. It's not like all of 2024 long. So the bidding war of 2024 could still legitimately happen, and it would be the craziest blow that TK could take. If MJF left, I don't know if AEW.
Menace, what about you, sir? Because I think you got a hot one. What about you, sir?
In 2024, Ivy Nile will be the new face of the women's division.
That is a hot take indeed.
Because I love me some Ivy Nile.
That's a hot take and a.
She been on level up for all 2023. Now she
goes run the division. I'm just saying. Look at the literal facts of what she's done in the short time. I'm just saying. In the battle world, that woman showed out a couple weeks ago. She had like 5-6 eliminations, made the final 4. Just had that stare down Rhea Ripley. I'm just saying. Look at what they doing with her. Look at what they presented with her on TV. They literally are booking her like she's about to be one of the next ones. I'm just saying.
Has she had any crazy?
She got potential. And the her stare down with her and Rhea did get people tingling. So I feel you on that. Cam, what about you, sir? What's your big prediction for the year?
Sasha Banks will be back before SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, it's coming. When she put the look in my eyes in my bio, I was like, it's definitely coming.
What do you see?
That's not a hot take for me. That's just a take.
Yeah. Jackie O, you got a big prediction for 2024?
Jade Cargill will become a women's champion.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
For me,
and not only that, she's going to fucking keep the shit out of it, and it could be on not it wouldn't be on Rhea, it'd be on that
yeah, she got beat EO. And listen,
do you think she's gonna have another Bianca run where she owes it for like
it's gonna be worse than that, dude. She's gonna go fucking deep.
It's been a lot of long ass title reigns. So I'm ready for some hot potato in the door.
Look at that woman. You put her on in front of camera.
Imagine if they had win and made her lose her first title defense. That would be insane.
Yeah, that'd be stupid. It'd be stupid. Like for me,
record-breaking reigns that are happening.
We kind of don't. We can kind of slow down with that. For me, Jey Uso beats Gunther for the IC title.
I can see it.
Nah, like I said, the only way I want to see Gunther lose that title is to Ilya Dragunov. That's the only way. I think
you can build up. I think you can build up that match starting at Money in the Bank, and I think you can have that going into being a hot match at SummerSlam. Because when Gunther loses that, this is another one. By the Bash at Berlin, that German show, Gunther's gonna win that world title. By that show, he's world champion. Like, he's gonna get it at that show.
But then that begs the question though. Like, if the man has pretty much cycled through everybody there is to beat damn near on Monday Night Raw, do you flip him? Do you trade him to SmackDown? Do you like, like if they do like some draft or whatever the hell, that way he gets like a whole new fresh, faces. That way he can last a good another year or at least another 6 months. Because you can't have him start going through the same people over and over again. Because I think on Monday Night Raw, aside from the Imperium members, like AJ Styles and maybe like 1-2 others, he's literally beating everybody that you can beat on Monday Night Raw.
AJ's on SmackDown, so fair point. But I think main event Jey Uso is one of those perfect candidates to beat Gunther. I think Ilya, and I love Ilya, but I think too few people know or recall the stuff they did in NXT UK. As great as it was, that's more like for us like hardcore wrestling fans. Banger stuff in NXT and on NXT mainland, but that was like, honestly, that was during like the dying days of Black and Gold. Again, great match, but I just feel that if you're gonna have Ilya beat Gunther, that will require at least another year of Ilya being built up on the main roster. And again, Ilya's great, but I don't know if it's too many people keeping the eyeballs on him. But I do apologize for derailing the conversation if I did with the prediction things.
Yeah. So we'll be back next week. AEW and other promotions, TNA and New Japan. Their best match is 2023. I guess Ring of Honor is tonight or tomorrow.
It's tonight. Good promotion, Tony. It was totally smart of you buying Ring of Honor.
Billy Starks beats Athena, I'm hoping. Shout out to
free Athena.
Of the young women.
Get Athena out of purgatory.
Free Athena.
Billy Starks out of Ring of Honor and into fucking WWE.
Jack Gill, where they can find you at?
Here. Wawa has pizza though.
Menace.
God damn it.
You can find me on TikTok, Menace Society 3. And I'm also doing the wrestling TikTok. I haven't really come up with a name for that yet, but I'm going to tag that in my anime one because that's my main one. But yeah, I'm starting to talk about wrestling.
Hey, man, we can go live tonight. Let's, talk about wrestling if we want to.
Yeah, I can hop off for a little bit. Yeah, go ahead and add me, y'all, if you want, talk about anime. You know what I'm saying? I try to go live, but literally the last couple of weeks, especially this past week, it's been a lot, but trying to get back, to the grind of things. But, we should be there soon.
Afro Comic.
You can find me at AfroComedy765 on all platforms. Of course, you can catch me here on Friday night. You're on Make It Make Sense on Saturdays on the Blurred Cartel. Overall 99 Media, we got that Yu Yu Hakusho live action review coming for you soon. It was atrocious, spoiler alert. But
I don't think it was bad. We gotta
shut the fuck up. That's a whole different conversation. But
God damn.
You already
the hate is real.
You know the vibes. Something flagrant, something inflammatory.
Jamel, Eastside Reviews.
Yes, sir. I am Eastside Reviews at Eastside Reviews 727 or Eastside Reviews on YouTube. Also on Instagram at Jamel727. Eastside Reviews on TikTok. I'm going to start in the next couple weeks. Once we get to January, I'm going to start doing little reviews of every WrestleMania before that event, starting from the first one all the way through the most recent WrestleMania. Give like a short 1.5 to 3 minute little review of every WrestleMania. Also in February, I am going to be looking at doing some more. Last year, I did little short tributes to some unsung heroes of Black wrestling. I'm going to try and do that again this year and add another caveat, Black superheroes that you need to respect too, underappreciated ones. So look out for that. And yeah, live stream of the Royal Rumble coming in January. And of course, I'm here on Friday Night Yerrr.
Breaking news, Charlotte's missing 9 months, knee injury.
Damn.
Well,
there goes that 4 horsewoman match.
All around for promotion. Kenny Omega.
God damn.
Charlotte's got a knee injury now.
Wesley is fucked.
Yeah, Wesley's knee's gonna.
Wesley can't feel his legs inside his knee.
That shit is crazy.
Shit. Pray for good health, people. Pray for good health.
Your YouTube page.
If it was fake, all this shit, none of these people would be that injured if it was fake.
Follow Friday on your YouTube page, and then Blur Cartel. We're everywhere. Facebook, IG, Twitch, Spotify, take that Twitch. But watch it tonight. Thank you for watching straight through. You know what I mean? Go follow the pages we're on, and follow everybody individually also. And then, I mean, I think we need to make an Instagram also. Instagram lets you go live via StreamYard, so we'll be on there next week.
Innovating.
Can we get a Friday YouTube, Friday night your Instagram page?
Yes, sir.
Maybe.
Subscribe, like,
see y'all Negroes. Menace, if you want to go live on TikTok, let me know.